Here are 5 of the most beautiful places in Germany that you should definitely visit. In this video, I will also explain why you should visit these places. Have fun! Neuschwanstein, Bavaria. Neuschwanstein Castle is probably one of the most famous and impressive landmarks in Germany. It rises majestically in the Bavarian Alps, nestled in a picturesque setting of densely wooded slopes and rugged cliffs. The castle, which was built in the 19th century under King Ludwig II of Bavaria, attracts millions of visitors from all over the world every year. It served as the inspiration for Disney's world-famous fairy tale castle and is considered the epitome of romantic architecture. Neuschwanstein is situated on a hill above the Alpsee and the small town of Hohenschwangau, surrounded by lush forests and with a spectacular view of the Alps. The site of the castle, with its white towers and battlements reminiscent of a fairy tale from another time, makes a visit an unforgettable experience. The view from the vantage point of the Marienbrücke, a narrow bridge suspended high above a gorge, is particularly impressive. From here, there is a breathtaking view of the castle, which stands out picturesquely against the backdrop of the snow-capped Alps. However, it is not just the exterior of Neuschwanstein Castle that is impressive. The interior also contains a multitude of fascinating details. Magnificent rooms, such as the throne room and the Singers' Hall, are designed in the neo-Romanesque style and bear witness to Ludwig II's fondness for myths and legends. The murals, elaborate mosaics, and intricate carvings transport visitors into a world full of stories and legends. The castle is surrounded by an idyllic landscape that invites you to hike and explore. Numerous hiking trails lead through the surrounding forests, past crystal-clear lakes and rushing streams. In both summer and winter, the region around Neuschwanstein Castle is a popular destination for nature lovers and romantics. Last but not least, the castle's eventful history contributes to its fascination. King Ludwig II, the fairy tale king, had Neuschwanstein built as a kind of retreat, inspired by his dreams and his love of art. Shortly after Ludwig's death in 1886, the castle was opened to the public and has since become one of the most visited tourist destinations in Germany. The unique combination of breathtaking scenery, ornate architecture, and the mystical story of the king make Neuschwanstein Castle a place that captivates the imagination and draws people of all ages. Sachsen-Switzerland National Park, Saxony. This impressive rocky landscape, characterized by bizarre sandstone formations, deep gorges and dense, unspoilt forests, is a true paradise for hikers, climbers, and nature lovers. The Elbe Sandstone Mountains, also known as Sachsen-Switzerland, offer a breathtaking backdrop for outdoor adventures with their wild beauty. Particularly striking are the steep rock faces and rock towers that tower into the sky and are prized by climbers from all over the world. For hikers, there are numerous well-marked trails that lead through fairy tale forests and over rocky heights. A highlight of the region is the famous Bati Bridge, which offers spectacular views of the Elbe Valley and the surrounding sandstone cliffs. This historic bridge, which boldly spans a deep gorge, is a popular vantage point and an ideal place to admire the impressive landscape of the Elbe Sandstone Mountains in all its glory. Especially in the early hours of the morning, when the first rays of sunlight bathe the rocks in warm light and wafts of mist float over the valley, an almost magical atmosphere is created. But it's not just nature that is fascinating here. The region is rich in history and culture. The combination of dramatic scenery and medieval castle ruins gives the Elbe Sandstone Mountains a special charm. Relics of bygone times can be found everywhere, such as Königstein Fortress, an imposing castle complex that towers high above the Elbe Valley and was once considered impregnable. From its walls, you can enjoy a magnificent view over the surrounding forests and mountains. The Neuruppin Castle ruins, which are just a few steps away from the Bati Bridge, also tell of times long past and invite you on a journey of discovery. For nature lovers and adventure seekers, there is much more to discover. Hidden caves, mysterious paths, and enchanted viewpoints, often off the beaten track. Rare animal species can be observed in the dense forests, and the clear streams and rivers invite you to take a refreshing break. In autumn, the Elbe Sandstone Mountains are transformed into a colorful sea of leaves, while in winter, snow-covered rocks and icy waterfalls reveal a quiet beauty all of their own. The Elbe Sandstone Mountains are not only a place for sporting activities, but also a place of peace and relaxation. Many visitors come to enjoy the impressive silence and untouched nature, away from the noise of everyday life. The unique rock formations and spectacular views leave a lasting impression on every visitor and make Saxon, Switzerland an unforgettable experience that brings the fascination of nature to life in an impressive way. Heidelberg, Baden-Württemberg. Heidelberg, the city of romance, is famous for its picturesque old town and the impressive castle ruins, which sit majestically on the slope of the Königstuhl above the Neckar. The charming university town in the heart of Baden-Württemberg looks back on a long and fascinating history dating back to the Middle Ages. With its winding alleyways, charming half-timbered houses, and old bridges, Heidelberg attracts visitors from all over the world every year who want to experience the city's unique flair. The old town is a real gem that is ideal for exploring on foot. Cobblestone streets lead to historic squares where numerous cafes, restaurants, and small boutiques can be found. The Heiligkreuz Church with its striking tower and the old bridge, which spans the Neckar, are just some of the many sights that delight visitors. The market square in particular, with the town hall and the Baroque facades of the surrounding buildings, is a popular meeting place for tourists and locals alike. Here you can enjoy the charm of Heidelberg over a cup of coffee or a glass of regional wine. Heidelberg Castle, one of the most famous and impressive ruins in Germany, towers above it all. The castle, which was built in the 13th century, was the seat of the electors of the Palatinate for centuries and is now a landmark of the city. A visit to the castle is an absolute must, as it offers a breathtaking view of the old town and the Neckar, which creates a magical atmosphere, especially in the evening when the city lights begin to twinkle. There is a lot to discover in the castle itself. The large castle garden, the impressive facades of the Renaissance buildings, and the famous Great Barrel, the largest wooden barrel in the world, which was once used to store wine. Another highlight of a visit to Heidelberg is the Philosophenweg, a panoramic path on the northern bank of the Neckar, which offers one of the most beautiful views of the city and the castle. The slightly elevated position of the path makes it possible to overlook Heidelberg in all its glory, especially in spring when the almond trees are in bloom or in autumn when the vines glow in warm colors. The Philosophenweg, which owes its name to the university scholars who once walked here, is a popular place for strolls and offers a peaceful break from the hustle and bustle of the city. Heidelberg is not only a historic city, but also an important university city. The Ruprecht Karls University, founded in 1386, is the oldest university in Germany and a center of academic research and education. The lively student culture characterizes the cityscape and gives Heidelberg a youthful international atmosphere. Numerous museums, such as the Kurpfalzisches Museum, and galleries, as well as a varied cultural program with concerts, theater performances, and festivals, make Heidelberg an attractive cultural destination. Last but not least, Heidelberg is known for its poets and thinkers. Famous personalities such as Goethe, Hölderlin, and Eichendorff found inspiration here. And even today, the city attracts artists and writers who are drawn to Heidelberg's romantic flair. The mixture of history, culture, and scenic beauty makes Heidelberg an unmistakable place that captivates its visitors and gives them the feeling of immersing themselves in another time. Whether you are walking in the footsteps of the past, strolling through the cozy streets of the old town, or simply enjoying the view from the Castle, Heidelberg is a destination you won't soon forget. Berchtesgadener Land and the Königssee, Bavaria. The deep blue Königssee, nestled in the imposing mountains of the Bavarian Alps, is considered one of the cleanest and most beautiful lakes in Germany. Surrounded by steep rock faces and dense, untouched forests, the lake looks like a jewel in the middle of the Berchtesgaden National Park. Its clear, emerald green waters reflect the rugged peaks that frame it, creating an idyllic yet dramatic landscape that attracts visitors from all over the world. A boat trip on the Königssee is one of the absolute highlights of a visit. The electrically powered boats glide silently across the crystal-clear water and take passengers to the famous pilgrimage church of St. Bartholomew, which is picturesquely situated on a small peninsula. With its striking red onion domes and the impressive backdrop of the surrounding mountains, the church is a popular photo motif and a symbol of the tranquility and beauty of the region. The boat tour is also famous for the so-called Echo of Königssee, where the boatman demonstrates trumpeting or yodeling on the rock faces while the echo bounces back several times, a fascinating natural spectacle. The Berchtesgaden National Park, which surrounds the lake, is a paradise for nature lovers and outdoor enthusiasts. Countless hiking trails lead through the breathtaking mountain landscape, past thundering waterfalls, crystal-clear mountain streams, and fragrant alpine meadows. One of the best-known and most popular hikes is the Tour to the Ice Chapel, a year-round ice formation at the foot of the mighty Watzmann. At 2,713 meters, this mountain is the second highest peak in Germany and a landmark of the region. An ascent of the Watzmann is an absolute must for experienced mountaineers, while less experienced hikers can enjoy the breathtaking view from the summit of the Watzmann-Hachek. However, the region around the Königssee offers much more than just hiking and mountain tours. In summer, the lake invites you to swim, paddle, and relax, while the surrounding alpine pastures offer regional specialties such as fresh cheese and hearty snacks. In winter, the area is transformed into a fairy-tale winter wonderland. Snowshoe hikes, ski tours, and ice skating on the frozen lake entice visitors. The alpine flora and fauna in the national park is particularly impressive. With a bit of luck, rare animals such as golden eagles, chamois, and marmots can be observed in their natural habitat. The untouched nature and clear mountain air make the Berchtesgaden National Park a place of peace and relaxation, away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. The region also offers many opportunities for those interested in culture. Numerous traditional festivals and events, such as the Almabtrieb Festival in the fall or the Berchtesgaden Christmas traditions, provide an insight into the customs of the region. Königssee and its surroundings are not only a paradise for nature lovers, but also a place where Bavarian culture and hospitality are alive and well. The combination of dramatic mountain scenery, crystal-clear water, and cultural wealth makes the Königssee an incomparable destination that has something to offer everyone. Rügen, Mecklenburg, Western Pomerania. Rügen, the largest German island, fascinates with an impressive variety of landscapes and is a true paradise for nature lovers and those seeking relaxation. The island lies in the Baltic Sea and enchants its visitors with snow-white chalk cliffs, miles of sandy beaches, and charming, picturesque villages. Rügen offers a unique combination of nature, culture, and relaxation that attracts numerous vacationers every year. An absolute highlight of the island are the famous chalk cliffs in the Jasmine National Park. These spectacular cliffs, which rise steeply out of the Baltic Sea, are Rügen's landmark and a natural wonder that amazes visitors. The most famous point is the Königstuhl, a 118-meter high viewing platform from which you have a magnificent view over the Baltic Sea and the surrounding forests. The gleaming white cliffs, which stand in sharp contrast to the deep blue sea, have inspired artists and writers for centuries and are a popular subject for photographers and painters. The Jasmine National Park itself, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a paradise for hikers who can explore the untouched nature on numerous trails. But Rügen has much more to offer than just the famous chalk cliffs. The island is known for its picturesque seaside resorts, which enchant visitors with their elegant spa architecture and nostalgic charm. Binz, one of the best-known seaside resorts, is famous for its magnificent turn-of-the-century villas that line the beach promenade. Binz's impressive pier, which juts out far into the sea, is a popular place for walks and offers a magnificent view of the Baltic Sea. Sellen, another idyllic seaside resort, also impresses with its historic pier, which is one of the most beautiful in Germany with its magnificent pavilion and elegant staircase. Here you can linger in cozy cafes, enjoy the fresh sea air, and unwind. Rügen is also a paradise for active vacationers. The long, fine sandy beaches are perfect for swimming, sunbathing, and windsurfing. The hinterland, with its wide fields, meadows, and dense forests, offers numerous opportunities for cycling tours and hikes. A tour along the so-called Deutsche Alleenstrasse, which is lined with majestic, centuries-old trees and is one of the most beautiful roads in Germany, is particularly beautiful. The Southeast Rügen Nature Reserve with the picturesque Munchgut Peninsula is also a popular destination for nature lovers and offers peace and seclusion away from the busy seaside resorts. Rügen is also an exciting destination for history buffs. Traces of bygone times can be found all over the island, such as the megalithic burial mounds from the Neolithic period, historic manor houses, as well as the famous Colossus of Prora, a gigantic building complex from the Nazi era, which is now used partly as a museum and partly as a modern vacation center. The island is also known for its historic lighthouses, such as the lighthouse at Cape Arcona, which offers a magnificent view of the cliffs. Rügen also has plenty of culinary delights to offer. In the island's numerous restaurants and fish restaurants, you can enjoy fresh Baltic fish, freshly caught crabs, and regional specialties such as Rügen sea buckthorn products. The traditional fish sandwiches sold at the small stalls along the promenades are particularly popular. Rügen is an island full of contrasts, from the dramatic chalk cliffs and vast beaches to the tranquil Bodden landscapes and sophisticated seaside resorts. This diversity makes the island a unique destination that has something for everyone. Whether you want to enjoy unspoiled nature, immerse yourself in history, or simply spend relaxing days by the sea, Rügen is a place where you can unwind and make unforgettable memories. These places not only offer beautiful landscapes and picturesque views, but also a variety of activities, from historical discoveries to hikes and relaxing boat trips. Each place has its own unique charm and is one of the highlights that Germany has to offer.